Another fine day, another wonderful day, another beautiful day for us to get together and have conversations. Another day for us to get together and talk about things in our community. Another day for us to get together and just have conversations that can help us get better as a people. It's working. It's actually we're actually building something new, something different, something better. And that is because you and me have decided, you know what? Let's just talk. Let's just talk. Let's just talk. Let's just talk. From talking, we get to understand each other. From talking, we get to share with one another. From talking, we get to think alike. We get to present ideas. We get to come up with solutions. And guess what? We start building to something far more better than anyone expected we can do. Today, with me, I have a sister, I have a friend. Met her 4 5 years ago, and it was actually for a photo shoot. She actually hired me to do a photo shoot for her business. When I met her, she was young, and then I was like, she's young, she's thinking about owning her own business, she's even calling in pain and hiring someone to shoot for her. And I just fell in love with her. I just liked her, and from that day, in my head, I was like, you need to work with her, you need to keep her around you, you need to help her get to where she wants to go to. At the end of the day, I realized it was not just me helping her, I was helping myself also. That is how we became friends. Now she's family, and I decided to bring her here today. And you guys will realize it's her first ever show, it's her first ever live. Or maybe on Facebook, I don't know. But I know how smart she is. I know she can handle it. Welcome to Toridey. Kennedy like the president.
Hello, hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay. How does it feel? It's your first podcast for you. It's the first show for you.
Um, I'm gonna be honest, I am a little nervous, but I got it.
Yeah, it's normal to be nervous. Trust me. It's a matter of time, and you get used to it. Um, Let me share a story with you. Growing up, I did not like cameras. I did not like not like I did not like. I like cameras, but I wanted to stay behind cameras. But then I decided to get into what I'm doing right now, and then I didn't have people that can host, or you have someone now 2 weeks, 3 weeks down the road, they are not available, and you realize your whole project is stalled because you don't have someone to stay in front of the camera. That was how I decided, you know what, I don't have any choice. I'll jump on there and try to do it myself. I tried it the first time, tried it the second time, tried it the third time, fourth, fifth. Before you know it became fun. Before you know it, I got someone else, and then people were like, no, 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 we like you. We like the way you
Hmm.
present. We like the way you. And that was how I was like, you know what? I'll just go ahead and do it myself. So be rest assured, one try, two try, three try. You remember when you were born? I don't know if you remember when you were born, but I don't think you were walking, right? You were not driving, right?
Yeah.
How did you get there? You learned along the way. So it's the
Hmm.
same thing. You have to just learn and just do you.
Okay. Yep. And that's why I'm here.
Okay. So thank you very much, first of all, for trusting me. Thank you very, very much for believing I can be a brother. Thank you very much for wanting to do this with me. I know actually I was the one I think I brought up the idea like, hey, don't you think you can
Hmm.
yeah. And this simple truth is it's because I see so much quality in you. It's not
Hmm.
because I know, it's because I see what you're doing and I see how you can diversify. I see how you can exploit you do. Let me not go into that. I think you need to tell us about yourself, your names, where you're from, and what you do.
First, I'm going to say thank you. I'm very grateful that I actually reached out to you and able to work with you and everything. Like, this is a start to something great. So
Hmm.
I'm very grateful for us to be able to work together and be able to be family and call each other friends. So yes, I call myself Kiki, Kiki Tattoo. I do tattoos. I also paint, draw, really anything that I can put my hands on, I'll do it. Hair, but I haven't been doing that right now because I actually have someone that reached out to me and we just do business for business.
Hmm.
So I do a lot. I model, just a lot.
How did you get into tattoos? I thought that
Tattoos.
was a man thing. And how did you
Yeah.
get it?
At first, like I thought that was a man's thing as well, but my brother does tattoos as well at
Mm-hmm.
the real Willie do tats.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and one day he just saw me drawing and everything. From
Mm-hmm.
me drawing, I get that from my dad. My
Mm-hmm.
dad's incarcerated,
Mm-hmm.
and he would just send letters and cards to us with just drawings with just color pencils and just pens, and I would
Mm-hmm.
just be so fascinated, like, how did you come up with this? And even with the paper, they don't get regular paper and
Mm-hmm.
copy paper, they get construction paper and
Mm-hmm.
like little kids stuff.
Yeah.
So he'll make things out of that, and I'm like, how did you do this? So I was just fascinated from that, and that's when my brothers saw me basically recreating things that my dad would send,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, why don't you start getting into tattoos? And once I started practicing, and my brother let me be his little canvas. So that's how I just never stopped from there. So
When you when I first met you, actually you had hired me to shoot for, I think it was a clothing line or
clothing
something.
line.
Do you still do that?
So that is actually on pause right now
Mm-hmm.
because what I have to realize, I need to, because I do so much, I need to break it down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm young,
Mm-hmm.
so I was rushing myself to do so much because
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I was feeling rushed, but I was just feeling rushed at one point. So now I'm at a point where I'm literally focused on tattoos and
Mm-hmm.
building that.
Mm-hmm.
Actually do have my brand
Mm-hmm.
shirt on right now,
Okay.
but it will be back.
Mm-hmm.
Cash Collector will be back. So yeah.
Wow. It's gonna be a new journey for you. Do
Mhm.
you have a name for the show already?
It's still in the works. I have between 3 names right now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, do you mind if I say them, and maybe like the viewers
You make
can
the
vote?
decision. You're the boss. You decide if
That's
you
the
want to
thing.
share that with us.
So between Kennedy like the president, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like living proof. I
Mm-hmm.
think that'll be like basically what my show would be about, like
Mm-hmm.
people that's coming on sharing their life stories, their businesses, their experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's living proof, or XOXO Kiki, because I'm Kiki. So
I like that name. I don't know. I really
Kiki.
like it. Yeah. Every time I think about you, in my mind. It's just Kiki. But when I call you, I don't call you Kiki.
You say
I liked it when you talked about Kennedy like the president. I was just like, oh, that sounds good.
yeah.
And you're a beautiful soul. Trust me, you are a very very nice person. I'm glad I've known you for close to 5 years. I don't think it's always work. It's just trust. It's, hey, my brother, I feel like I want to do this. Can we do this? When we can do it, we'll go ahead and do it. If not, we look for time. And I know for sure, if you get into what you want to do now, which is your podcast, which is your show, and you stay consistent like you've been consistent with your other things, trust me, it's gonna yield fruit. You are smart. You're extremely smart. And the only problem will be if you, because I know you still go to school, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know that will be the challenge. But one thing I've noticed about you is you're not, I don't want to use the word extravagant, but you don't really do too much out of your regular things like your tattoos. Because most of the times when we talk, oh, I have a tattoo to do. I don't
Mhm.
usually hear, oh, I need to go to the nightclub. I need to, which is a good
Not
thing. So,
anymore. Not anymore. No. Yeah, I used to. That used to be a part of me, and I
hmm
used to balance it. But once I realized, like, I had a feeling I was feeling like something was stopping me, or I wasn't where I needed to be.
yeah.
And going out in that nightlife and being around the wrong crowd and everything was a part of it. So I
Wow.
basically cut that off, and
Wow.
I'm just really focused on my businesses and my future and getting myself right.
I like this. At the end of the day, it was not supposed to be about her. It was supposed to be about relationship theory. It was just to be. It was going to be. I feel like I want to do a segment with you. Maybe like every Monday or Tuesday, we just get together. We prepare some questions, or we talk about things. It's not even going to be you. Just going to be, maybe introduce the topic, things
Mhm.
that are trending in the United States, and then I'm just gonna give my idea or my opinion on them. If you feel like you want to give your opinion also too, it's fine. But that is gonna be
What is
me.
the range? Because I can go to up here, but then I can also say a topic around these young folks' minds. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
What I was trying to say is you decide. So within during the week,
Mhm.
whatever catches your attention, you copy. and you send to me. So like a link, you copy the link. Maybe it was a situation, maybe it was a video. You copy the link and send to me, and then on the day of the shoot or the show, I'm just going to give my opinion on that. You're going to give your opinion also. So just things that you want to talk about, things that if I have something also I can share with you.
Mhm.
So it's gonna be a Nas times Kiki show.
Okay.
That is not your show though. So it's your show is
Okay.
gonna be you. But maybe this will prep you towards your show,
Mhm.
or it's going to be an extra. It's going to, okay, you know what, we do this and we do this. And because what I want to do, what I'm trying to do is get you really comfortable, get you to understand. You're doing that already. After you watch this video, you'll be like, oh, did I do that? But I
Mhm.
know you're smart enough to handle whatever that comes your way. So today we're actually supposed to talk about relationship. We're
Yes.
supposed to. She was just supposed to ask me questions about relationship. I remember, guys, I told you about relation. By the way, if you go on Toridey Facebook, um, let me see if I can just pull the link and share with you, guys. I'm trying to share the link with her so she can share with mom. I her mom is very very supportive, very like when I see her and her mom, I'm like, oh God, I miss my mom also. Very very supportive, very very loves her to the moon and back in. I think she's a good woman also. That's why the mom is investing a lot in her. Let me see.
I love you, mama.
Okay, I sent you the link so you can just copy and send to her.
Okay.
And we are good to go. So, guys, thank you very, very much for today. Relationship story, like I told you guys, we're supposed to do it every Thursday, but I feel like sometimes we'll, if we are available Monday, Tuesday, if I have someone that can do that with me, we'll just go ahead and do it. So today I have Kiki, and Kiki have a few questions. I asked her to come up with a few questions for us to talk about. Actually, I was going to talk about long distance relationship. Kiki, have you ever been in a long distance relationship?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, don't share too much details, no names, but how did you feel about it?
Um, at that time, honestly, that's a good question. At that time, it was a roller coaster.
Hmm.
I didn't quite know what the gist of a long distance relationships was supposed to be like.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was just up and down.
So how did it happen? Like, were you guys together or same city or same town or same state, and then
Mhm.
for some reason one person had to move and then turn the relationship into a law? Or you guys were actually living like far apart and then you decided to get into a relationship?
So it was same city, and then
Hmm.
when I went to college, I moved like the state.
Hmm.
So I moved away.
Yeah.
And then that's how we were still just trying to work on it. But yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted to talk about long distance relationship today, but I think we can schedule that for another time. So,
Hmm.
do you have your questions? Let's talk about your questions.
Yes, I do. I do. Um, so a question that I have
Mm-hmm.
that is actually like I think is a good question to ask
Mm-hmm.
is, are men truly defined by the culture or environment they grow up in?
The,
And
mhm.
does that affects like the relationships that they try to be in?
Wow, wonderful question. Very, very true. Everyone, not just men. Everyone.
Mhm.
Remember, we learn more by what we see and not only by what we are told, right?
Mhm.
So, you grow up in a community where you see people doing this, you see people doing that, and it starts looking like it's normal, then that's it. That's the
Mhm.
reason why today the biggest influencer we have is social media. The most powerful people we have today is Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook and X,
Mhm.
right? So that's just the thing. Not just men, everyone is influenced by their society, the environment, and it might definitely affect your relationship depending on who you're dating.
Mhm.
So if me and you come from the same place, there are certain things we'll tolerate together. But then if you come from a place where certain things are tolerated and I come from a place where those same things are not tolerated, what do you think will happen? We'll start to argue, we'll start to fight. But that is why it's called a relationship, right? It's called a
Mhm.
relationship because two people come together and decide to make it work. Two people come together and decide to let's put aside our differences.
Mhm.
Two people come together and decide to tolerate. Two people come together and decide to love. Two people come together and decide to learn, not just learning my partner and you learning, no, but two people come together and decide to learn about the other cultures, have conversations that can help them. So yeah, men, women, everyone is influenced by where they grew up, by their environment,
Mm-hmm.
and it can also affect their relationship. It just depends on how they want to look at all the parties in the, me and you have a relationship right now,
Mm-hmm.
right? Did we ever fight?
No,
Did we ever argue?
no.
But there are things I do
We
that you
do
look at
have.
it sometimes and you're like,
I can tell
yeah, and you're like,
sometimes.
what is he doing? Did he do that? Right? And there are
Yeah.
things you do, and I look at you like, did she really do that? But at the end of the day, I understand you grew up differently.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you understand also that I grew up differently. So we look for that place to tolerate each other, understand each other. That's why 5 years later, we are still here and we're talking and we're working on more projects. So
Mm-hmm.
personally, I feel like that's it. People just have to understand each other, talk to each other, not talk about, not talk, yeah, talk to
Mm-hmm.
each other, understand each other, tolerate love, and we can just blossom.
Okay. Nice response. Nice response. Because, okay. Well, to piggyback off of that question, do
Mhm.
you think it's more in men or women?
Like I said,
Even though it is both, but nowadays, I honestly think it's more in men.
okay, this is a thing. I don't think it's more of a man thing.
Uh huh.
The problem is, irrespective of the society you grow up in,
Mm-hmm.
men are always considered like, oh, the head, oh, they are the strong, they're supposed to lead the family. So it's the same for your culture, it's the same for my culture, it's the same for almost every culture.
Mm-hmm.
Name a culture where women are supposed to lead the family. None. You understand? So we all grew up in this environment where from that tender age, they start telling you, oh, you are the man you're supposed to. So it builds this strong character, this strong ego in us that makes us feel like whatever we, whoever we are or whatever we are, is supposed to be what should
Mm-hmm.
guide and lead the family. So then when you meet someone and they're telling you, oh, no, can you change from, they're like, no, I'm.
Yeah.
But it's not just a man thing, it's a woman thing also. Women have that thing in them. They have their they have their things that us men sometimes we sit and we're like, okay, is she going to change? Can she stop questioning me too much? Can she like like men will say women nag, like right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's a woman thing, but that is just something because at the end of the day, that is how most women were brought up. We take care of them, we protect them, we provide for them, family. Like, so they grow up expecting for you to do the same thing. So once they stop talking to their dad and start talking to you, they want you to inherit that responsibility from their dad.
Okay.
So then you don't do it, and then they're like, "Ah, now you must do it. Ah, why you don't do?" And then
Mm-hmm.
it becomes, "Oh, she's nagging." No, she's not nagging. That is just the environment she grew up in.
Grew up
The
in.
same way you, the man, you grew up in that environment of you're the head of the family. You should provide. You should protect. You know how some men break down when they can't protect and provide for their family. It's not even fun. They will not show you. They will not cry in public, but we sit at the back and like, oh God, I'm a disgrace. I'm ashamed of myself. But it happens. So to answer your question, I don't think it's really a man thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's human beings. We have different characters. We have different qualities. Sometimes we just pay attention to the other person and what we don't like about them.
Okay. You just humbled me on that question. All right. Good response. I like that. Okay. Next question. Do you think physical attraction is important when it comes to a relationship?
I like that question. Physical attraction is important. Very, very important. Very, very
To you?
important. To me,
Mm-hmm.
and okay, let me put it this way, right? Physical attraction for me is just one of those things that will pull you towards someone. So the way relationships work for me, right? You need to see something about someone that attracts you to them. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And then after that thing, you go closer to them, you discover more. You understand? Like I told you, for you, I saw a young woman, I saw a young girl who was like my sister, my kid sister, and she was actually trying to build something. Now, the reason I got attracted to that was because I was actually building my. You remember the first time we did a shoot? It was in a
Mm-hmm.
warehouse, and
Yeah.
you see the progress. So
Yes.
that was what I saw in you. I saw somebody who was trying to build something from nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, that was what attracted me to you. That was why I wanted to build a relationship with you.
Mm-hmm.
So physical attraction for some persons, cool. For some other persons, it can be money. For some other persons, it can be food. For some other persons, it can be like every everyone has their own reason why they are attracted to persons. Now, the problem with that is most people feel like no, since for me it's um how intelligent these persons are. These people who call themselves sapiosexual, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm attracted to intelligent people. That is how it should be for everyone. You should only be attracted to people because they're intelligent. No, it doesn't work that way.
Mm-hmm.
You have your reasons why you're, let me put it this way, we value things differently. For you, what you value in relationship or what will attract you to someone is their physical appearance. For another person, it's their character. For another person, is their vision. For another person, is how they relate with their family. For another person, is communication. So yeah, physical attraction is just one of those things that can push you to yeah.
Okay.
I hope I answered the question though.
No, you did. You did. Okay.
Mhm.
So, how soon is too soon for marriage?
Okay.
What's your opinion on that?
How soon is too soon?
Because
That's a good question.
I know I was asked one time,
Mhm,
someone asked me if I were to start dating
mhm,
someone in 6 months it was fine and it came
mhm,
to like after a year it was fine,
mhm,
would they asked me to marry them, would I say yes?
mhm,
I actually told them yes because I actually know if the way that I'm moving and if it gets to even 6 months, that
mhm,
might be something
mhm,
worth keeping, you know?
mhm,
So after a year, I told them yes, even though that person said that's too soon.
mhm.
But what's your opinion on that?
I don't think that's too soon. You can meet someone in one day and you get married to them the next day.
Mm-hmm.
You can be with someone for 10 years and ask you to marry them and you say no. That is because in those 10 years, you probably still did not find what you're looking for in a man.
Mm-hmm.
But they have something that will want you, that will make you want to have a relationship with them. Like I told you, people get into relationship for different reasons. I might get into a relationship with you because financially you're supporting me, but I know fully well you don't have the character to be my man, the man I want to spend the rest of my life with. So because you continue to give me the money or the support I need, I can have a relationship with you for the next 10 years. But when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to marriage, is forever. So I have to make it, I have to consider so many other things. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But then I can meet you for one day and I ask questions, we have conversations, and we talk, and I ask for proof, and I ask for evidence, and I ask for this and that, and you give
Mm-hmm.
all that. I'll be like, you know what? I can give this a shot. At the end of the day, sometimes we get into relationship with people and we stay for 6 months, for 1 year, and then one day we realize we did not even know these persons.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't make any sense. But then you meet someone for the first day and you start talking to them and you start relating with them. And then 10 years down the road, you realize they're still the same person you met on that first day.
Yep.
So for me, it would depend on the specific situation, right? It would depend on the specific situation. Just do your research. What I always tell people, be very, very observant. Be very, very observant. The way most people say, the way they will treat strangers, the way they will treat people below them, the way they will treat people who are not important, who are not of value to them, will tell you how they will treat you when you become of less value to them. So if someone meets you and um, you know fully well that okay, this person, how can I put it? For instance, me and you have this working relationship. We do pictures, we do videos, we're working on different projects. You can have any other person out there do the same thing for you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? But then you still come to me, we still do this and all of that. Like what I'm trying to say is you look at this person, see the way they treat you, even when you're at fault, see
Mm-hmm.
the way they will treat you, or see the way they treat others, even when these others don't. Most people, I asked one person one day, I said, like, what is one thing you do before you get into a serious relationship with someone? I say, I will want them to take me to at least 5 public places. And then while we're out there, I see how they talk about people. So you can just look at someone and just, look at that person. Man, he has thinking. That's not, oh, really? You don't even know them. You don't even know why they're in that state. Why will you look at them like that? You understand? But somebody with a good mindset or a positive mindset will look at them and be like, oh Lord, what is really happening with somebody? Will worry about what is happening with them.
Mm-hmm.
But some other person who doesn't care will just be like, oh, blah, we start. You understand?
Yeah.
So you go to public places with them and just see how they react to situations. One thing about me is I have so much love for kids. So when I'm around kids, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'll pay more attention to them than whatever I'm doing. I had a lady who told me, I think I like you. I said, why? Say, I noticed you like it doesn't matter what you were doing, you were paying attention to what the kids were doing. And that
Mm-hmm.
was true. So you see, this lady is observant. So in me, she sees someone already who can take care of her kids and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that's it. It's not a matter of how long you guys have dated. It's a matter of, do you really know this person?
Right. Okay. I think I'm gonna keep that in mind when I'm trying to date. We're going to 10 places, okay?
Take
And
them
then
to, there's this place downtown where there are so many homeless people.
uh-huh.
Yeah, hey, can we go on a date? Yeah, I want us to go there. Why? Because so many homeless people. Sometimes I just go there, because when you go there, you realize how blessed you are.
Mm-hmm.
So if you cannot go there with me, okay, something, it means you don't even care about the
Number
human.
one place is church.
That's another thing,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
That's another thing. Let's go to church. If that is something, that's something you believe in. If
Mm-hmm.
they say they don't want to go to church, that's already something you want to start asking yourself. Do I want to stay with someone who for the rest of my life I'll be begging them to go to church with me? But if it's not important to you, then that's fine. So for me, it's just about you observing them and making sure, okay, they have what I want from the man I want to spend the rest of my life with. And you can actually discover that one day. What's your credit? I think it was Steve Harvey. No, it was this. No, it was not Steve Harvey. It's Creflo Dollar who did a video and he was like, ask them all the question. What do you do when you're angry? Do you like warm or hot? Do you like so many? What's your credit score? Why is your credit score still 700? What
Mm-hmm.
is this? How many debts do you have? Can I see your bank account? If somebody wants to spend the rest of their life with you, cannot openly show you their bank account, whether it's 0 or 1 million,
Mm-hmm.
then there's trust issue already.
Right.
You understand? So you start asking them, what is your whatever your health status? Can I
Mm-hmm.
see your medical reports and all? If they cannot open up to you at that level, then what do you think?
Right.
So that's it. But then if I meet someone, show me your medical records, they show me. Show me this, they show me that, they show me. Show me this, I show them. Show me. Guess what? We get to understand each other, and that's one thing I do. Sorry, I'm talking too much.
No, no,
That is
no.
one thing I always do. Right? When I meet people, it's not just about people I want to date.
Mm-hmm.
I will ask you at least 1,000 questions in the next 3 days. I'll ask you every question, even the stupid questions. All I expect from you is to be honest. Now, when I ask you these questions, what I've done is I've laid a foundation for you, for me to observe you. If you told me today you were 6 foot and tomorrow I discover you were 5 foot, why did he lie? If you
Exactly.
told me you were financially stable in the next 3 days, oh, can I get $30 and blah blah blah? Why did? That's another thing. I've known you for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
You never texted me to say, oh, can I have $20 or $30?
Yeah, because I'm just not.
That's you being responsible. It's not you
Mm-hmm.
being nice. It's you knowing, okay, I have to get what I have to get, take care of myself. And all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Another person will be like, oh, I know him. We are good. We're friends. Maybe I can say, oh, can you give me gas money? I'm not saying it's a wrong
Oh,
thing
I
to do.
know.
You understand?
Yeah.
Just that, oh, can you give me gas money? Can you? But then, so all of that is, those are some of the reasons why I feel like I want to keep Kiki as a
Mm-hmm.
friend.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, okay. Good response. Good response. All righty. I like that. So, do you think dating apps are useful or a waste of time? Because
That's a good one.
number one, what made me think on this question is because Facebook dating app just keep popping up on my phone,
Hmm.
and I'm like, why you? Do I? Is this a sign? Do I need to sign up? Even though I always told myself I never sign up, but it's given it's a sign.
So dating apps very very useful, but now individuals will decide how useful it should be for them.
Hmm.
So at the end of the day, it's 2024. People know what they want, and people will go look for what they want. So if you go on dating apps because you just want SE whatever,
Oh, mm-mm.
then that's it. If you're going for
Oh,
on dating apps because you want, sometimes I go on dating apps because I just want to. Because dating apps is dating. right?
Uh-huh.
They'll tell you, oh, what are you looking for? Are you looking for someone to just spend the night with? Are you looking for someone to just go to the bar with?
Oh, never
Are you
mind
looking to, are you, you
that.
understand? Like they have so many criteria. And one thing I decided to do, because like 3 years ago, I decided I wanted to make more friends out of my community,
Mhm.
Hispanics, Caucasians, and every other community. So one thing I usually do is I go to dating apps and I put it there. I just want someone for the movies. You must have this, you must have this, you must have this, you must have this. I just want someone to go to, I don't know, some natural side and blah blah blah. I'm coming to Houston. I just want someone that can show me around. And I met a few friends. We are not friends now, but I think the moment we spent were good.
Mhm.
That is for me. Like I said, some other people will go there because they're looking for sex. And most of the times people who go there for sex, they'll lie. So most people go there for sex will lie that, oh, I'm looking for a relationship and blah 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 blah. You understand? But if we all were honest, then dating apps are something I'll encourage every person to try, especially if there is something you're looking for. For me, dating apps are just like the community we have out here
On the
online.
internet. Yeah.
So you just have to be careful. The same thing with the community we have out here. You walk out there, someone stops you and want to talk to you. You decide if you want to talk to them or not.
Mhm.
But one thing we must always do is do your research, be observant, be patient, and if it's a good someone, you will know. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. And then how soon should you discuss future plans in a relationship? Do
From
you
the
think
first day.
from the first day? You're that type. Okay, okay.
Yeah. From the first day.
I
Like
think
what
I honestly think everybody should be like that. Cause
from the
I'm
first
like that.
why will you not even discuss future plans from the first
Yeah.
day? Because at the end of just
You'd be
imagine.
surprised how many people don't ask about future plans.
Nah, that should be the those. It should be like, especially if, however, let me say it depends on what you want from the relationship, right?
Mhm.
Because if it was somebody who is looking for a one night stand,
Mhm.
then they don't see any reason discussing future plans with you, which is
Exactly.
fair enough. So if you were like one night stand, I was like one night stand, then why are we discussing future plans? You
Exactly.
understand? But if you were like, I'm looking for a relationship, I'm looking for something long term, and I'm looking for a relationship, something long term, then we should start discussing it right away. That is
Mhm.
why I said at the end of the day, we just have to be honest. We have to really be honest. Like, hey, this is what I want. Is that what you want also? I don't think that's what I want. Okay, you go your way, I go my way. And I look for somebody who has what I want
Mhm.
and I have what they want, and then we can build something.
Yeah. Ex- Hello. Great response. I like that. Should religious beliefs be the same when it comes to a relationship? Even though I honestly don't think, but for the question, do you think when they're different, does that cause conflict, or in most cases, or is it just, you know, just able to be talked about?
So, like I said, understanding and understand. I will not even want to make it to be a what was the question?
Religious beliefs.
Religious belief question. I'll make it. For me, it's more of a values. You understand? I look at it more as values. Should you date someone with the same values as yours, or date someone with values contrary to it? At the end of the day, once it's contrary, then it's a
Hmm.
versus already, right?
You just made me
So,
think on another question off of that.
hmm,
You just made me think on another question off of
yeah.
that. Dating someone off of the values and everything, but you date someone or someone that has a past and or they're basically working on their values and morals and
Hmm.
everything. Would you work with someone like that?
Okay, so this is the thing. Like I said, it goes back to you being observant,
Mhm.
and you should be able
You know
to know
what you
what you
want.
want. You
Mhm.
understand? So if you know you can actually be patient with them, be tolerant with them, and everything, go for it. But then if at the end they don't change, don't blame them. Blame yourself,
Right.
because that's the problem we have. Most of the times we don't take responsibility.
Mhm.
You decided to date someone with contrary views about a lot of things,
Mhm.
but you knew very, or you believed you were going to make it work. Now it did not work. You should be blamed, not them. You
Exactly.
understand? So I don't
Mhm.
have a problem with people dating people who they don't have the same values or religious beliefs or whatever, or customs or whatever.
Mhm.
I don't have a problem with that. But if you decide to do that, know you decided to do that because this person did not force you into the relationship. So if at one point in time you feel like it's not working, you blame yourself. At the end of the day, every relationship, just like businesses, you go in there, you should be thinking about your exit plan already.
Mhm.
You must, that is one thing we don't do. But that's the reason why when people sign marriage licenses and all of that, they say, okay, if you guys divorce, this is how you will split this. If you guys divorce, you guys have signed the prenup, so this is how it will go. That is an exit plan. So why would you get into a relationship without an exit plan?
Mhm.
Whether relationship, whether business or whatever, there should be an exit plan. I'm getting into a relationship with this person. If it doesn't work, I move forward.
Mhm.
I'm working with this person now on this project and it's happy, it's fine. I'm looking also for a plan B. Once they are not available, I jump on my plan B and move forward. We get frustrated and we get angry and we get bitter only when we had put everything in their basket and was hoping they're going to be our God, and then they turned out to be the devil. And then
Mhm.
we start blaming them instead of blaming
Yourself.
us.
Mhm.
Did you ever see any person cry when they were the ones who left the relationship? It's
Mm-mm.
difficult. It's difficult to see somebody cry when they let's say they found someone that was better and you don't see them complaining.
Don't.
They don't because they found something better and they just move on.
Mm, okay. That's fine. I wish a lot of people had a mindset like that because that they we need it. We all need it. Okay. And one of my last questions is does the past relationship matter? Or do, say if you were in a
Mhm,
past toxic relationship
mhm,
and of course, some people I don't know how. I would love to know how, but
mhm,
I probably don't really need to know how people are able to hop into a new relationship, even like you say, you find something better and they don't complain.
mhm,
But in some cases, I think people hop into a new relationship just trying to fill in that void, even though that relationship was toxic. You see
mhm,
what I'm saying?
mhm.
Um, just how do you feel on that?
So relationship is just complicated. At the end of the day, I feel like one mistake we make is when we get into a relationship, you want to think for yourself and the other person instead of just thinking for yourself and making sure you're doing everything you're supposed to do to make it work. And when it doesn't work, you move on. Now, when you leave a bad relationship, whether you like it or not, it's going to affect you.
Mhm.
And the better thing for you to do is accept it's probably going to affect you. And then you start looking for, okay, am I good now to get into another relationship? Am I in that good place? What would be the best thing for me to do? And for me, what I usually tell people is even if you make the mistake of jumping early into another relationship and you feel like it's not working, don't try to stay there because, oh, I'm trying to prove a point. It's about you. It's not about the other person. It's
Mhm.
not about our community. It's not about the war. It's about you. Are you happy? Life is about you. That's the reason why about 90% of people on earth came here individually, right? Very few are twins or triplets or whatever.
Mhm.
But most of us, we came here individually. So for me, the message from God was, it is about you. Whatever we are doing right now, I know what I want from this relationship. You also should know what you want from the relationship.
Mhm.
So when you come and you say, hey, Toridey, can we do pictures? I need pictures for this, for this. That is what you want from the relationship. And I'm giving you that because I know whatever I want from the relationship, I am getting it, which is taking pictures of you and showcasing my skills and trying new lighting and trying new this. You understand?
Mhm.
So that is the thing. You should know what you want from a relationship.
Right.
You get into the relationship, it's toxic. That is not what you wanted. You move on. If you decide, you know what, I'm good again to get into another relationship, fine. But if you go in there and it's not working, don't sit there and be like, oh, maybe that one did not work. I should no. And if you like, for me, it's at the end of the day, it's about you. You once you identify what you want, and because that is why at the beginning of the relationship, you need to have those conversations, right? I need
Mhm.
to tell you. Most of the times, people need to sit down and have these conversations. Kiki, what do you want from me? Okay, Toridey, you're a photographer, you're a videographer. I'll need you to take my pictures. I need you to. Okay, Kiki, um, while I'm taking your pictures, know you I'm using you as my what do you call it? Guinea pig.
Mhm.
You my lab. I'm learning new skills, I'm learning new lighting, I'm learning this, I'm learning that.
Mhm.
It's a win-win for both of us.
Mhm.
If Toride decide, hey, I'm not gonna take your pictures anymore, why would you want to stay in the relationship if you don't have any other thing that you're benefiting from?
Okay, I
So
see what
for
you're
me, that
saying.
is it. Moving from one relationship to the other, you just need to know what you want from the specific relationship. What you want from this relationship cannot be the same thing you want for the other relationship.
Mhm.
But make sure you know what you want from a relationship. And if you're getting that, then that's fine. But if you're not getting that, I don't see any reason why you want to stay there.
Mhm.
Talking about if past relationship will affect, then definitely it will, whether we like it or not. Whether we like it or not, if somebody starts making you, like I told you, we learn from what we see, what we hear, what they force us to know, and all of that. So if you were in a relationship, and I'll use myself as an example. I My ex um was dating someone who cheated on her with her best friend. And it was not even a one-time thing. It's like they were actually sleeping behind her back.
Mm.
Sometimes she would even come and meet her there, and then they would talk, and then she would leave and leave them there, and then they'll stay back. And then I don't know, for some reason she found out, and then when the guy was like, that's the door, you can leave. So it put her in a very, very difficult place. And she did not trust me doing pictures with people. When I met you, she was so worried, and she was
What?
oh
See, I didn't even know that.
yeah. So when she even saw the pictures, how
Yeah,
were
when we
you
first
guys
met.
doing that? How is
Yeah.
it? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, so she did not trust me because of that relationship. Now
Mm.
it's on me to get her to know, no, you can still trust me.
Mhm.
It's my responsibility, if I really care about her, if I really love her, to show her that no, you can trust me. Just because this guy did, it is not on me to be saying, oh, because he did this, I'm not supposed to. You are not even supposed to know.
Mhm.
So for the, I don't even have like a code on my phone or anything. So if she wanted to use my phone, I'll give her my phone. If she wanted to go, whatever, my phone never had any passwords or anything. So with time, she was like, I don't think this guy is.
Mhm.
After we had a relationship for 1 year, she was like, I don't think anything is wrong with this guy, because she had a key to my house. She would come whenever she wants. She did not need to call. And whereas with the other guy, when she came, the guy, why did you not call me before coming to my house? And so after
Mm.
about 6 months into the relationship, she was like, you know what? I think I can trust him. But then it still doesn't change the fact that with time, I remember one time I went to a friend's place, and then she called me actually, and she called, it was an audio call, but I actually switched it to video when I answered the call because I wanted her to see where I was.
Mhm.
And then she saw it and she was like, oh, I don't know this background. Like, where are you? And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, I'm with blah, 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 blah. And you're so comfortable on her couch like that and blah, blah. I'm like, I was sitting like this. When you called, I decided to just lean and take the call. And oh no, this did that. I'm like, hey, please, can we, oh, blah, 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 blah. She dropped the call. So like 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh, by the way, I did not come here with my car. I came with Uber. Can you come pick me up? She was like, okay, okay, okay. And then she came. My car was there. She came in. I'm outside. No, park somewhere and come in. She parked somewhere, came in. We talked and talked and talked. And then went out. I was like, okay, that's my car. You can, I just needed you to know, like, we don't have
Mhm.
anything. If I had, oh, but then she would still feel like, that was the same thing the other guy was doing. Maybe, maybe, maybe. So at the end of the day, it's your responsibility also, if you're in a relationship and you want the best for your partner, to
Mhm.
help them move past that,
It's
you know.
I'm glad you said that because Me, honestly, I've actually been through the same thing as
Mm-hmm.
her. With that long distance relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That actually happened to me, and I say now, like, I'm trying to tell myself to not let past
Mm-hmm.
trauma or past
Yeah.
things whenever I meet my new person
Mm-hmm.
to be in the way, or for me to be. I'm an overthinker, and I
Yeah.
overthink real bad.
Yeah.
Like, you don't text me back, and I text you like that. Oh, baby, what you doing? Because um, it's me. Like,
Yeah.
come on now. So yeah, I can totally feel for her
Mm-hmm.
because that constant voice in the back of your head, like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
he doing exactly
Yeah.
what that boy did."
Did.
So it's like, I think us as women, that's something. Ooh, we probably need to make a group for all of us to work on because
It's not a
that's
woman, it's not a woman thing, Kiki.
it's men too.
Yeah. Men are more jealous than you guys.
Yeah,
Men are more jealous than,
I can see that.
trust
Yeah,
me, men are, we are crazy jealous.
yeah.
I will not go on her phone. I will not go on her social media. I will not go on so many things. I will not, but I was talking her. I was making sure I know what my woman is doing. I was making sure I
Mhm,
know where she's going. I was making sure I know the friends she's hanging out with. You
mhm.
understand? Once she mentions a name, I write it down somewhere in my brain. Later, I'm on Facebook looking up the person, where the person go to, what they drink, what they post on social media, and
Okay,
blah blah blah.
period. Yeah.
Once I notice this person is living a lifestyle contrary to what she does, I will not bring up the person.
Mhm.
I'll bring up some other person, imaginary person. Damn, people, the way people drink alcohol these days, especially youth. What do you think about that? And then I just start playing my game and explaining, oh, okay, this is the reason why people. And then before you know it, she cuts her off.
Mhm.
So men, we are like that. But the difference between, like I told you, the way we were wired or the way we were brought up, you're the man, you're the king. You need to be tough. You don't need to. Yeah, you know how they say, oh, it's you. Don't stop acting like the P or whatever. You
Mhm.
understand? You want to prove that, oh, I'm a man. So yeah. But trust me, men are extremely jealous. We are extremely jealous, and we might act like we are not stalking you, but trust me.
You are.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
especially when we love you, when we are thinking about, okay, this should be for a long term, this should be for.
So that okay, let me say, what if I have somebody like just constantly looking at my stories and stuff like that, but you're not even contacting, like that's what men do.
So someone who you're dating or somebody just.
No, I'm saying like if well, you could have been in contact like at one
Mhm,
point and then it's like just iffy.
mhm.
Do y'all like
So why would you think somebody is always looking at your story, or
I
like
get
once
people
you,
that do that all the time.
so once you post, they are the first ones. They're always the first three or four persons to. So
Yeah.
why do you think somebody should be? That's stalking you, right? So they have their reasons.
To me,
Yeah.
I'm the person if I see potential in you, if I want you and
Mm-hmm.
I can work with you,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to come to you.
Mm-hmm.
But as a man, especially if we've already had connection and we already tried or
Mm-hmm.
attempted to, that's just me. But I I have some people that will just come and watch, like just trying to keep
So
in
the thing is,
touch.
yes, the thing is also some people maybe just like some of the things you post. I have people who I go on their WhatsApp because I know the type of content they post.
Hmm.
So some people, I used to have this lady, I will not say her name, but she will post like jokes, but like adult jokes. You understand? But then it's always like adult jokes, and I really like that. And I told her like, I like those jokes because these are not things you find like anywhere and all of that.
Hmm.
I
It's
have
funny
people,
humor.
yeah, I have people who I know are like, because of what I know they usually post. I have another brother, they call him Yomba. He's always posting like jokes, like African jokes and all of that.
Hmm.
And I like to go to his status. You understand?
Hmm.
I have people who I'll go to their status now. If I was doing that for a lady I wanted to date, and I've been doing that for 6 months, then I'm probably still observing them, maybe still worried about something, or maybe they're posting things that's making me feel like, oh, maybe they're in a relationship. Some men will not talk to you if you're still in a relationship. The same thing as some other women, you understand? They'll be patient. Me, I can stay for 1, 2 years. I will not interrupt your relationship. I will not even pray for it to end. But if for some reason he makes a mistake and you're available, then I can come in. So if somebody is, I don't know, they might have their personal reasons why they're doing that. Maybe they just like They just want to witness your growth, or maybe they're trying to copy your style. Maybe they're a fan. You never know. You
It
understand?
gets fans sometimes, but yeah. No, I'm not really like stressing it, but yeah, I just curious on why. Say if you like somebody, why you don't just go and speak to them? Because I mean, it'd be obvious on the internet half the time.
Sometimes these guys don't even trust themselves.
mm,
Yeah,
let's talk about that.
sometimes they don't even, they know very well. Oh, maybe, maybe. You have to be observant. That's just a smart thing to do. You have to
Hmm.
be very, very observant. You don't want to get into a situation where the family, the brother is like, okay, you started with my sister, you must end up
Hmm.
with my sister.
Hmm.
If not, I'll look for you. You, you,
Yeah.
you
Me
understand?
personally, I think that's also a reason why I'm single because I know
Okay.
my brother is very overprotective and
Yeah. So
yeah.
sometimes people will look and want to see, and okay, is she what happened after that?
Mm,
So it's many reasons. It's many reasons. But the bottom line is, if somebody is actually on your status, always what looking at what you're posting and all of that, they have interest in you.
mhm,
But I cannot sit here and say, oh, this is a specific interest. But then it's obvious that they have interest in you. Sometimes when me and you don't talk for like 1 2 months, not even months, even like weeks, sometimes I'll just go on your social media and look at what you post, and I try to, because the way social media algorithms work is, if I like and I comment on your stuff, they'll continue to show me,
some of the
suggest
stuff.
things that you do. Yeah, like, oh, Kiki did this, Kiki did
Mhm,
that. Yeah. So sometimes I just like to look at it. And like I said, people do that for for different reasons. Sometimes when I just go on there and I see you and your mom, it makes me happy. I
mhm.
think the other day you guys went to an event. Was it a
My brother's boxing event.
oh, that was a boxing event?
Mhm.
Did he win?
He actually didn't. The judges. Well, that was like a big
Don't make an
event out of all
excuse.
of them. No, no, no. I'm not. But
Okay.
out of the, I actually didn't know they do points and everything like
Mm-hmm.
that. So of course he got like it was only 1 or 2 points knocked
Mm-hmm.
off, which the other person won.
Yeah.
So I think my brother should have won. Duh. But yeah, and other people were saying that as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not tripping.
Yeah. So yeah, I look at things like that when I see you hang out with your mom. It just makes me miss my mom, the moments I had with her growing up and all of that. So that is one thing I do also to help me with my mental state.
Mhm.
I know specific people who post certain things, and I know these are things that will trigger me to be happy. When I come here sometimes before the show, you came here and I was listening to Jay-Z out of the CD, and like I listen
Do
to
you
those.
mind?
uh
Do you mind?
okay, I usually listen to Do You Mind, right?
Yeah.
That's my song. Like it makes me happy. It just makes me like, and
Mhm.
that's it.
Oh,
So
I can tell because I be jamming every time you put it on. I can tell.
okay. Any
So
more
yeah,
questions?
that is all of my questions. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna talk some more. So I
Yeah.
can save whatever else because I could have kept picking off of some questions we had, but we can save it for more.
Okay. So I think we can do this once every week if you have time, Monday or Tuesday, while we're preparing for her show. She doesn't have a name yet. She's wanting to make sure everything is perfect before she jumps on. I told her, let's just start. We'll fall, we fall, we rise until before you know it, we're walking and we're running and we're even flying.
Okay.
But definitely she's going to start. And when she starts, it's going to be fun, 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 and fun. Thank you very much for today. Any final words to my audience? Anything you want to say to your mom?
I love you, mama, girl. You know, you created a star, my love, and just so grateful to have you as my mom. Toridey, I love you, my boy. So grateful to be here, talk to you, get those beautiful answers that you gave us today. And yeah, I just love everybody.
One day I'll bring her mom here, and you guys will understand why I like their relationship. Like when I look at your videos, your pictures, and I'm just like, oh Lord, that's beautiful. Thank you guys. I think it was a fine segment. If we said something that you don't agree with, let us know. But please focus on the positive things. Focus on the few good things that we said. If you were to cut any part of this video and post it somewhere or use it somewhere, it should be something positive about my image. our image. Don't forget you're part of the community also. So if you drag me down, you're dragging yourself down. I think it was a beautiful segment. Let me see. How do I stop this? Oh God, did I even read comments? Oh Lord. My wife was watching. Some people tend to behave according to what is acceptable. That is
I
true.
see my mama.
You see your mom?
Yeah, she down
Oh Lord.
there.
Walker? Yeah. Okay. You can read. Can you read from here? Can you see?
No, I'm a
It
little
it's
blind. I
far.
need my glasses. Uh-huh.
No, that's okay. You can.
Yeah, I'll put them
They
on.
like what they see. Afraid to share their feelings. Oh God. Okay. Keisha Walker. Love you, my love. Mom says she loves you. Yeah, this was a beautiful one. Some I'll bring you and your mom, especially
Yeah.
on the relationship conversation. So we can just discuss like your relationship, um, growing up. Because I see the way you believe in her. I see the way like she planted something really good in you. Yeah.
Mhm.
Trust me. If you were 2% not good, we will not be sitting here today.
Mhm.
Yeah, she planted something really good in you. And when we talk, when we do pictures and everything, I'm just like, okay.
Yes.
Guys,
You
let's
hear
not
that,
let
mama? Yes. And I actually plan on bringing her onto my show as well. So yeah,
okay.
that'll be awesome for both of us for
Oh,
sure.
okay. Ooh, I think this was a beautiful one, guys. Let's my brother Matuke Super Duper Fla. I know they trade my happiness for stranger. You deal with girl. I like nah your duty for thief that girl. So he wrote that in pidgin. But what he was saying is he will not, like I was saying, if I like some woman, I'll stay back and be patient until they break up with the man they're dating.
Mhm.
He is saying he will not do that.
And I like him. I like him because I don't see why people do that. Like if I'm the type of person, if I'm messing with you, I'm focused on you.
Hmm.
And then if you're not focused on me,
Hmm.
bye. Like,
No, so what he's trying to say is, if let's say he liked you
mhm,
and you were dating someone, he will not wait for you and the guy to
to
break
break
up.
up.
No, he will steal you from the guy.
Oh,
So
okay, wait.
like I was saying, hey, for me, I will be patient until the relationship is over, and then I jump in.
Uh-huh.
He is saying he's not going to do that.
He not. He just go steal her if
Yeah,
he want her.
yeah. Like
So
if he
I
wants.
mean, if you that guy, then it's possible. It's
Mm-hmm,
possible. If you're that guy,
mm-hmm,
I'm the type of person I'm not gonna leave my man. If that's my man, that's my man.
mm-hmm,
No matter you broke,
mm-hmm,
you working on something, we go
mm-hmm,
work on it.
mm-hmm.
But you can't steal me from nobody.
Yeah,
A
that
lot of
so
people, but I do like that. That is like if you want
going for
something,
what
go.
you
Yeah,
want.
exactly.
Yep, that is going for what you want.
Mhm.
But like I said, most of the times it's people just have different ways of looking at things, different ways
Mhm.
of doing things. Yeah, for me, I'll not do that. I feel like if I can actually steal you from your man,
Just
then maybe some other persons can steal you
steal you
from
from
me.
me. Mhm.
So I'll just be patient until he gives us the opportunity to be together. So maybe he cheats or maybe he does something.
Yeah, I'm big
Like I
on
was talking about the ex,
that.
the ex I was talking on, I had known her for more than 4 years before we started dating. But the
Mhm.
truth is, the first day I met her, I looked at her and I was like, I'm gonna date you.
Mhm.
But then I never told her. We never like from time to time we'll meet and do whatever. Blah. That was it. I knew her for like 3 years before we started dating. So for me, it's you knowing what you want and waiting for the right time.
Mhm.
No excuses. No, don't go do something that maybe. At the end of the day, I'm Toridey. I have my qualities, but there's always going to be somebody who has more
Mhm.
than me. What if that person shows up? Would I be okay if my wife or my woman says, "Oh, you know what? I'm going with the other person"? No, I will not like that. So I will not
Exactly.
want to do that to another person. I'll just wait for if they break up, fine.
Yep.
If not, then I'll maybe just go look for another person and build a
Yeah. I'm
relationship with.
big on that as well. Very big on how you get a person
Mm-hmm.
is exactly how somebody else can get them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, understood.
If she gives me a listening ear, then she there, then there's a chance. And that's another thing too. So if you're in a relationship, you will not even listen to the guy. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So what he is saying is, if this said lady that he wants is talking to him, listening, they're sharing, they're having these conversations,
Mm-hmm.
that's the lady telling him, yeah, I'm available,
Okay.
which makes sense.
Which does, because
Hmm.
me personally,
You will not.
I won't. But okay, so with me doing tattoos,
Hmm.
I have to realize like, okay, I will have people texting me,
Hmm.
but that's them just trying to have they're interested in have a regular conversation. I'm thinking it's you finna talk about how you want some tattoos
Hmm.
or some half the time I do get people like just a vent,
Hmm.
but I have to realize as well that is how guys like try to start off.
Hmm.
So me personally, I just have to stop responding to a lot of people
Hmm.
because I don't want to give off that bad
Yeah.
that wrong or not bad, but the wrong
Wrong.
image
Yeah.
off like I'm interested back into them.
Mhm.
So yeah,
and,
I
and
understand that.
and that is so true what he's saying, because sometimes um and it's obvious once you're talking to a lady who's dating, and they are not a lady, even men,
Mhm,
once you're talking to someone who's dating and they're responding like, then they're interested. It's just as simple as that.
mhm,
They're interested, even if they are not interested, but then they probably have a problem with their relationship, so
mhm,
they're looking for a way out. Maybe they think, oh, maybe this is my exit or whatever. Yeah.
mhm.
And that is the reason why most people don't really man, I don't know, people do it, but I don't think it's a cool thing to do.
Yeah, it's not.
Flirt with other people while you in a relationship with,
Yeah.
it's not a fair thing to do. Oh god, this was a beautiful one, guys.
Mhm.
Catch us next Monday or Tuesday, probably same time depending on what Kiki will be doing. But I think I learned a thing or two from her. I hope you learned a thing or two from us. And we like the fact that it was interactive, people comment, and all of that. See you guys next week. I'll probably be asking her questions about relationships also. By the way, did you ever date anyone from Africa?
No, I've only
Talked
been
to
in
them?
one
Uh-huh.
one one relationship
Okay.
in my 23 years of life.
Okay.
Starting at 16, that's the only relationship I've been in. Um, I did like try a second one, but of course that didn't fall through.
Guys, you
I'm
see
only
why I
one.
said mama did a good job? Like, trust me, you don't need to know her. You don't need to know her for 10 years. The first 1 week, 1 month, I was just sure your mom was a good person.
Mhm,
Yeah, I was just very sure about how you were brought up and everything.
mhm.
Yeah. We'll talk about things like that also. And yeah. This
It's your girl
was
Kiki.
beautiful. Yeah.
See you next time.